I've been swimming for 8 years. Swimming is my life. I'm in the pool 24 hours a week, and my team is like my family. All my coaches are like second parents to me. Swimming with my team is so much more than just friends. They're all like my sisters and brothers. We help each other through anything and everything we need, and we are always there for each other, no matter the circumstances.
So I was running one morning at practice and I felt a pop in my hip, and after that nothing in my hip felt right. I continued to try working out on it, but my whole leg started to hurt, and that's when I went down to the trainer. The trainer told me that I had hurt my IT band, and so they gave me some stretches to do, and I would heat it and ice it before and after practice. That didn't work, so then they sent me to the doctor. The doctor put me in 6 weeks of physical therapy to try to fix the problem. I got an x-ray and an MRI to see if there was a stress fracture. The x-ray showed no stress fracture, but the MRI showed a tear in my labrum. After finding out I had a tear in my labrum, I was referred out to another doctor to complete my surgery. The day before surgery, I'm a little nervous going into it because it's surgery and I know I'm gonna miss a lot of swim practice and everything, and so it's gonna be hard to get back into like training how I normally do, and it's gonna be hard missing practice and like not like being at the pool because that's where I am all the time. Oh, so physical therapy starts on Friday after my surgery. My surgery's on a Tuesday, so it's 3 days. So I think that's gonna be difficult, but I think that's also gonna like push me to get back into the water faster and everything. And I know I can be back as soon as my stitches are out, which is like 10 days after surgery, so I can be back in the water, but I'm gonna be really restricted. Like I can't do anything lower body or like with my hip or anything. So I'll definitely have a strong upper body, but it'll just take a lot to get my leg strength back. Well, the doctor said that I could take up to 3 months for recovery and like getting back to everything, but like with swimming, if you miss 1 day out of the water, it's like missing 2 days of practice. So it'll take a lot to get back into like swimming and everything and being back to where I am right now and being back to like my 100% or better.
Since there's a tear in my labrum, they're gonna go in and repair the tear. While they're doing that, they have to shave the femoral head of my femur so that it's more round and smooth, so that it stops cutting all the cartilage and tendons around it. Once they do that, they have to realign my hips and then put my femur back into my hip socket. And so the tear will be fixed and my femur will be in my hip socket correctly so that it doesn't tear or cut anything else when I move my leg.
Hannah started her career in sports at Taekwondo when she was 4 years old. She did that for 2 years and did not progress at the rate that we felt that she should. So then we switched her to basketball.
Yes, and her basketball career was short-lived. Highly energetic, just not quite skilled. So then we started
soccer. And on the soccer field, she just wanted to pull flowers and weeds and bring them to me while the game was still going on. So that didn't work out either. We noticed at that point she was not a part of a team, nor did she want to be a part of a team. So we decided to put her in swim, which was focused solely on herself.
Yeah, it was great because all she had to do was race the clock and not have to worry entirely about the team dynamic, and it's worked out very well.
After swimming for a couple of months, I knew I wanted to swim. My coaches were so nice to me and always helped me out with everything. My teammates were also there too, and I made a bunch of friends. After swimming my first couple meets, I knew that swimming was for me. Freshman year isn't what I expected at all. I didn't make the sectional team, which means I couldn't swim state. And by not swimming state, that made me really upset and made me want to work harder for the years to come. Sophomore year, I made conference, state, and sectional team, which was what I wanted, but I did not hit any of my goals that I wanted to hit. After realizing I had an injury, I had to modify my swim workouts and do certain things for physical therapy. I didn't kick at all during practice, which means I lost a lot of leg strength. I gave every meet in practice my all, even if it caused pain, and there were definitely some times I overdid it. My team went undefeated all season, won conference, sectionals, and placed third at state. I swam the 200 and 100 freestyle and anchored both the freestyle relays all year long. At state, my biggest goal was to place top 5 in one of my individual events. Friday night, I swam well, better than I thought I would have. I was top 8 in my 200 and ended up placing 10th on Saturday. And for my 100, I was top 16 and ended up finishing 10th. I told my coaches, myself, and my parents that after state, I'd deal with my injury and do the necessary things to get better. So 2 months after state, I had my surgery.
Surgery turned out better than they thought. It was supposed to be a 2.5-hour procedure, and it only ended up taking an hour and a half. When they got in there, they realized that there wasn't a tear in my labrum, but my cartilage around my femur was all blistered. So when they went in, they had to still shave the bone so that it was more round and smooth, so that it stopped damaging the cartilage around it. And then they had to clean up the blisters on my cartilage so that no more would grow. So the surgery was laparoscopic. I have 3 tiny little incisions with a total of 3 stitches. I was walking on my leg the day after surgery, but I still had to use crutches. They have me putting weight on it so that there's no scar tissue buildup in my joint.
After surgery, I was in a lot of pain. I would always be icing my hip to keep the swelling and pain down. I took 2 days off of school and then came back for 2 half days to finish out the week. I wasn't allowed to do anything, so my family was constantly helping me. I couldn't bend over or pick anything up either. Some days I got really bored, so I would go to the pool after school and help my coaches coach. I'm doing everything I can to get back to the pool fast and get healthy again.
I started physical therapy 3 days after my surgery. I'm in it twice a week for 6 weeks. They have me doing my own stretches at home 3 times a day. My stretches are to keep my glutes, my quads, and my hamstrings all strong and working, and my hip flexors not in use so that my hip has time to heal.
At my first post-op appointment, which was 10 days after my surgery, they took out my stitches and put butterfly strips on my incisions. At this appointment, they told me that at the 4-week mark I could get back in the pool, but with absolutely no leg movement. I was also told that I could get off my crutches at home, but I would still have to use them at other places if I was going long distances. The doctor told me my physical therapist would decide when I would be allowed to be off crutches for good. I'm also released to do upper body workouts as long as I am careful of the movements I make, and I'm allowed to start biking too to start strengthening my leg. I think this injury has taught me to not give up, because there's definitely been some times that have been hard because I want to be back in the pool so bad, but I know I can't yet, and I keep thinking that I'm never going to get back or something like that, and I'll never be as good as I was. So I think this injury's taught me to do the work I need to do so I can get back into the pool and to stay mentally tough because of how hard it can be to not be doing the things I love. For next year, for senior year, I'm definitely optimistic. We have a big freshman class coming up that's pretty fast, and I've swam with them all since we were all little kids. We have goals to be state runner-up next year because we were so close this year. We were 3rd by 2 points, so I think that shows that we have the strength to do it. We just need to believe that we can achieve it. So I think even though our season hasn't technically started, that it has started because we all are working towards that one goal. So after senior year in the fall of 2020, I'll be attending the United States Naval Academy to continue my academic and athletic career, and then I will serve for the Navy after that for a couple years.